when you open up Illustrator on Macintosh, you're probably wondering, why is my desktop being shown? Well, that's just natural because on a Macintosh, it's just blank. So what we're going to do, guys, you can follow along with me, is go to File on the top left, go to New. A dialog box should pop up, and we're going to talk about um, different profiles on Adobe Illustrator. So I'm going to drop down, see where it says Profile. You guys see this? I'm going to zoom in. It says Profile. And see this little drop down? Click on it. And there's different types of profiles for different types of situations. For print, for the internet, designing a web page, devices for mobile devices, if you want to create an app or some type of app graphic, film and video, and if you're designing graphics for Flash and your basic RGB. We're going to go print because our footwear illustration is going to be a print project. Okay. Now, as you can see, the size here, you have letter. If you drop down, legal, tabloid, and your European sizes. North America, we're typically known for legal and tabloid. These are also common as well, but if you're in the European print industry. So, guys, what's a letter size? Anybody have any idea? Giuliano said. All right, excellent. And what's a legal size? The answer was 8.5 by 11. And legal, anybody? Which is that? What direction? Say 2 or 3. Okay, that's incorrect. It's close though. 3. Hey, so it's 8.5 by 14. Now, if you want to see the size, if you click on legal and you change the units to inches, you'll see that it's 8.5 by 14. Are you guys following along with me? So you can get experience with the changing up. If you like centimeters, by all means, you can change it to centimeters. But it's still legal. It just gives you the conversion. Okay. There's picas, which is a graphic design measurement, and I'll explain that when we do our web unit on the principles of graphic design. And pixels, if you're designing, I would say more a web or screen application, like a website, I would use pixels. But for now, it's up to you, either inches or centimeters. I'm using inches because that's just typical. Okay, and I'll go back to letter. Tabloid, you can see it's 8.5. It's 11 by 17, which is essentially 2 letter-sized pages together, and that's a tabloid sheet of paper. But let's go to letter. Cool little feature in Illustrator, guys. You have a number of artboards. What you can do here is, if you want multiple sheets of paper, you can click like multiple pages. You can tell it, hey, I want it to go absolutely left or right. I wanted to go straight down. And I want the spaces in between each page to be 1 inch, or you can just incrementally change it 2 inches. Okay. And so, for example, I have a 10 artboard with 10 page with 2-inch spacing around, just going straight down. Okay. And it's letter size. Bleed, I'll explain that later. If you have advanced, you can drop that down. I'll explain RGB and CMYK afterwards, but essentially that's cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. That's a print format. And RGB is more for screen application. But because we originally wanted a print application, we're going to leave it at CMYK. Okay, is that cool, guys? How many artboards do you guys have? Okay, put 10 just for fun, all right? Space it out. Play the direction. If you want to go left to right or up and down, back and forth, or straight down, it's up to you. For me, mine will look, if I press OK, there'll be 10 pages going in a column format. Okay? You pick and choose how you want to do it. Yeah, put 10. All right, I'm just going to wait for some people's screens to show up, at least 10. Alessandro, you okay, buddy? Rosales, you good? You press OK afterwards, or? Yeah. Did you pick 10, though? Okay, it's all right. No. Now, hey, guys, check this out. So a student here didn't select 10. Can you change that? No worries. Watch this, guys. Guys watching the screen? I don't hear people responding to me. Okay, go to File, Document Setup. Guess what? All right, you get an interface here. If you press Edit Artboards, you can add artboards, move them around. So for example, if I wanted this artboard to be here, you can do that. Um, if you want to change that to a tabloid, it would change it as well. If you want a landscape or portrait, you can all edit these. So you can have different sheets of paper on one Illustrator file. Show you again, File, Document Setup, and then you would go to Edit Artboard. Okay. Okay, cool. Now, I'm just going to zoom in on my first artboard. Here's a little shortcut, guys. See if you can try this right now with your keyboard. Now, guys, graphic designers is not your typical two hands on the keyboard. You're going to keep your left hand at the bottom left of the keyboard, and your right hand is always on the mouse. Try that right now. Now, for people that are just one-hand persons, you're going to have to learn to be a two-hand person because I'm going to show you shortcuts, and they're going to make you more efficient graphic designers, okay? Is that cool? So left hand on the bottom left. First shortcut you're going to learn, guys, is you're going to press spacebar, and you're going to pan around and drag with your right hand. Okay, so you're panning around the artboard. You guys see that? So spacebar with your left, and click and drag and pan the artboard. No, just spacebar. Okay, cool. Next shortcut, zooming in. If you press spacebar and command, and click and drag an area, if you guys see the screen here, it will zoom into that spot. So spacebar and command is the shortcut for zooming in tool. If you zoom in too close, here's another shortcut command. This situation, you can take your right hand off for a second. You'll press Command or your left, 0 on your numeric keypad. Command 0 just goes to normal preview screen, the size of the artboard. All right, awesome. Another shortcut command. Oh, I'm going to get to that. Yeah, the question was asked, can you use Alt? Yes, I'll show you that in 1 second. Spacebar command. Guys, I like playing a piano, so you're going to use 3 fingers here. Spacebar, command, and Alt zooms back. So when you click, it zooms back. So try it again. Spacebar, I use my index finger, middle finger for command, and then my wedding finger, which has no ring on it. Click on it together and with your right hand. Okay. Now, Jacob is asking about the Alt key. If you hold Alt and your scroll wheel, wherever your mouse is, it will zoom in and zoom out with the Alt key, zooming in with the scroll wheel. Okay, I'm going to stop this recording.